Welcome to the Fixit channel, and this is a quick video to continue on a series on the Task Manager in Windows 8, Windows 10. Basically, today we're going to look at the disks and the disk performance in Windows through the Performance tab in the Task Manager. Right-click at the bottom on your taskbar, go into Task Manager. Here, make sure you go into the Performance tab and click on disk. Now, I have one here, but you might have several disks showing up. All of them will display the same type of information. My desktop, for example, has a disk for each of the memory card readers. Maybe you have external hard drive, it's going to show up here. So all disks will display the same information. We're going to check out here disk 0, and you'll know what the other disks, what it means on the other disk that you have. Sorry, this is the performance of your hard drive, basically, how much solicitation it gets from your operating system, and overall performance and size, the amount of data you can actually write on that drive. So first it says disk 0C. This is my main drive and the only drive in this system anyways. And on the right side you'll have the type of drive. So WDC, this is Western Digital Corporation. So my drive is a Western Digital. Then you've got its serial or its information number. If you type that into Google, you'll have more information about what type of drive it is and its properties and so on. Below it, active time is a real-time graphic display of how much it's used. So you see here there are spikes, but they're really low. It's not used much right now. Let's just do a little test. I'm gonna start scanning my computer with the antivirus here, and let's take a look at how it spikes the usage of the hard drive. And you see here it brings it up to 100% right now. So depending on what your computer is doing, of course this will have a lot of usage or not of your hard drive. Of course, a scan for viruses uses your hard drive a lot since it needs to check files. So let's cancel the scan here, and you'll see that it's going to drop back to near 0. So basically, this is your hard drive being used and accessed by a software. What you want in general is that there are spikes. There could be spikes to 100% from time to time. That's not a problem, but you don't want it to have being used or maxed out at 100% all of the time. That's the thing you want to avoid. Second information you have below it, disk transfer rate. This is the average transfer rate of your hard drive for 60 seconds. This information will actually give you details of how fast your drive is. Not all drives are created equal, and some drives are faster than others. You also have SSDs that will typically give you much more speed also. So this is a nice, you can actually use this and check out and say, well, okay, I want to have a information about my hard drive and see how much what's the transfer rate of my different hard drives. Always note that your main hard drive that contains the Windows system is always or often slower than the other drives because Windows is always using it for writing stuff or reading files and stuff like that. Below it, you've got here on the right side the capacity of your hard drive. Now this is a 1 terabyte hard drive, and you're looking at it and you're saying, well, that's not 1 terabyte, it's 932 gigabyte. Well, that's the deal. When you buy a hard drive, you're never going to have the total capacity. It's a way of saying things. So it's a 1 terabyte hard drive. That is 1 terabyte. If you write in every little sector possible on that drive, you could have 1 terabyte of data. Thing is, when you format a drive with an operating system, there's all sorts of things that are left out. There's a table that's created so that it can compare and check out all the information of where the files are. So it lowers the capacity of your drive. And depending on the size of clusters and the size of the type of the format, NTFS, FAT32, so on, then you will have, of course, capacity that can be changed or be bigger or smaller. Formatted 931 gigabytes, that's what I have free for everything I'm doing. System disk, in this case it says yes because I have my Windows operating system on it, and it is a page file, yes, because my Windows operating system will create page files on it to have information, easy access to information as we're using your computer. The left side, you've got the active time. This is a percentage of the time that it's actually used in an amount of time. So for example, if you run, once again, the antivirus, you'll see that the active time will be much higher. That means it's used more every second or every minute. Average response time, this is the speed from which your hard drive goes from zero state to reading or writing information. So here you see different numbers depending on what it's doing, and also depending on how it needs to do it. Sometimes it's slower, sometimes it's faster. You've got the read speed, so this gives you information about how fast it's reading information. Once again, let's start the scan of the antivirus and check out read speed. Here you'll see that read speed is appearing right here, and now it's saying here, read speed 7.5. So these are megabytes per second, and of course, depending on your system and depending on your type of hard drive, this can be higher or slower. And you've got the write speed here, and depending on what it needs to write or how long it needs to write it, you have the different speeds here. So you can compare that information. Ideally, if you really want to have a good idea of that information, the best thing to do is plug in a hard drive and have it write or read a very long file. That will be the best way that you know the actual read and write speeds. It's very difficult to know because here all the information is scattered across the disk, so it's not easy to really know the actual real speed of what's happening on your computer. So hope you enjoyed this video and that it helped you understand a little more. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe to my channel. You'll be informed when new videos are online. Give us thumbs up if you like the videos, and hopefully you will continue watching us on this channel. Thank you for watching.